Hi, Sherry. Thank you so much for the business and your patience to get this out to you. I appreciate it, as always. You already know how I take the cards, meaning the jumpers here. I did use a full deck here, 10 card spread, 5 above, 5 below. I did clarify the last card, 1, 2, 3, 4. I did take notice. What I did was, I tell you, how ironic, right? So I pulled the cards. I got a little off base with another reading, and I have to redo the reading. So I'm a little delayed with that. I say that with a little bit of Allison. She's supposed to write down the questions. She didn't write down the questions, and now I had to redo it, right? So anyway, so I'm a little off base in regards to I'm one behind, okay? So what I did was I was like, well, if I pull the new cards for this chica, you know, it was my fault. I should have went into the email and then checked it, but I went to Allison and I should have, whatever. It's whoever. It doesn't matter. It's going to get done, okay? But it was just like, okay, so if I motivate myself and I pull the cards, you know, and I look at the questions this time, and I did it and I pulled her cards. Then I was like, let me pull Sherry's cards too. That's what I did. So I actually pulled your cards like a day ago, okay? So, or whenever, it was like 2 days ago. And I rechecked emails, right, to see if I had any more emails. And I saw your email and I saw that you two were talking again. I'm like, Sherry, I know. Swear to God, right? And I'm like, she has nothing to worry about, you know, this just a lesson learned here, you know, blah, 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 you know, everything's going to pan out, everything's going to be fine, he's going to be returning and everything. Then I saw your email, and I was like, curses, I should have gotten it done before I got your email back about how he came back. I saw it in the cards. I can still see it in the cards, okay? Everything is going to be okay in regards to Bruce, and I'll explain what's going on, okay? So here we go. All right. So obviously I know more than I'm the type of reader because I'm a triple Libra. All right. My logical thinking steps in sometimes. That's why I try not to get as much information off of the client, the customer. Okay. Because I like my intuition more than I like my logical thinking. Kicking in. So by seeing that after the fact that I'm going to do your spread, it just drives me nuts, right? Not, you know, already knowing the answer here. So, but I did, honest to God, I pulled your cards before I got that second email, and I was like, she has nothing to worry about. It's going to be fine, you know. But I still feel like you doubt the situation, and you have nothing to worry about, okay? Seriously. All right, so let's get into it here. 10 card spread. I can't remember if I already said that. I did say that. Clarified the last card 4 times just to see where it was going, as well as an outcome and a clarifier. All right, here we go. All righty. 9 of Wands. So it's kind of like you're facing the past with the hand. It's kind of like, excuse me, I'm waiting here. That's that 2-week break, you know, time off, okay, between each other. You're waiting for what? Your turn looking at the 4 of Wands. It's kind of like, I'm waiting here. I'm waiting to take this next step with you, buddy, in regards to, you know, a decision made. I say decision is because here is the 2 of Cups in regards to when you're going to talk to me. The Page of Cups here, okay, this could have came out of nowhere. You know, it's like shock to the system after waiting, you know, waiting for quite some time. You know, even though it's 2 weeks, still time, you know. Waiting here in regards to turning, looking at, let's take this next step already. Okay, I'm going to make a decision in regards to, you know, communicating, offering that cup of love. It's coming, it's came, it's here, okay? And you can see it in the cards here. Decision was made in regards to 3 of Cups. Taking that cup of love, raising it up, being happy again here, okay? That's going to end the mental anguish here, as well as, you know, ending the burdens of this situation, all right? There's definitely victory here because right above that 10 of Wands is the 4 of Wands, and you know how I roll. Add, subtract, when the 2 elements are right next to each other, they make me do that. Subtract the 4 of Wands with the 10 of Wands. There's a completion here heading towards taking this next step. Things are rolling again, and you subtract it, that's the 6 of Wands. That's victory here. So there is going to be victory here in regards to this. I know that it already happened now. I should have done the reading then. I beat myself up. But yeah. So, yeah. Here he is, you know, contemplating the Knight of Wands. Took a sweet old time, turned looking at the Temperance, you know, long time, stretching it out. This card always reminds me of that candy. You remember back in the day? I don't know how old you are, but that was like a dentist dream come true. Remember Tangy Taffy, where you used to take the stupid thing and used to stretch it? The best was during the summer when it got all sticky and melty. And that was the best, man. My parents would freak out. Plus, my mom was she was diabetic, so we had a very strict, you know, rule in our house. You know, no extra junk, no candy, no sweets or whatever. You know, runs in the family. She worried about me, and here I am with diabetes now. Anyway, but yeah, he's turned, the Knight is that slow pace, you know, and he's turned looking at that, the Temperance here, you know, patience, being patient. What do I do? Well, dude, you're holding the wand. The wand is action. So he took a sweet old time to act on it, trying to be patient here. You know, didn't know what to do here, but he made that choice. This is him. Now, he could be no, he's Taurus. I'm sorry, I did put Taurus next to him. You know, he's taking that action, you know, he's making that decision. That action is that decision to offer this cup of love again. Is he legit? Yeah, okay. He's turned looking, taking that chance, taking that 4 of Wands, taking that next step here, okay? Because in the back of his head, he always knew what he wanted. He wanted this happiness. You gave him happiness before, but what did he do? He clammed up. He has the 4 of Pentacles right underneath that, you know. But in the same sense, the 4 of Pentacles, especially with this card in particular from this deck, it's like score, you know. Especially with the 3 of Cups, you know, he knows what he wants. He wants his happiness. He wants to score. But the 4 of Pentacles is also known for being quiet, being closed off, okay? That's why I had to clarify. See where the bad boy self is going here, all right? Remorse, a lot of fire, all right? He has the turnaround, all right? Turn around, okay? The action of staying quiet and then using that Page of Wands. Pages, communication, wand, hello, action being taken place. Look at the head. Look at the head. Down. Down, my son. Feeling guilty, feeling bad because he left you in the dark. But see, this deck proves. Here's this arrow coming out of it, out of nowhere. Here's the arrow heading towards the stars. The stars is healing energy, okay? Moving forward. Clarified that moon. Moving forward, son. In regards to what? Where's that little, I must call it a boat. Normally it is a boat. Where's that little flotation device going? It's going to the Fool. It's going to the new, he could feel like a fool too as well, you know, for keeping you in the dark, for doing it. There is more remorse here for him to come back and feel bad, you know, making you feel that you were in the dark about things. You know, there is remorse, and that action is taking this action of coming out of that and moving forward to a new beginning between you two. And what was that whole intention to start with, you know, is this. So he had to learn the lessons, okay? Here's the deal. Why did he do it? Because he had to learn the lessons, all right? But that lesson, the Wheel of Fortune, is tough. It's temperance. It's figuring things out, you know? It's a rotten thing to do, believe me. I know. I've been there. I can't say I've done it myself, but, you know, I can't do that to somebody. I just can't go somebody like that. You know, I need to talk. You know, I believe in totally working things out and talking, regardless if you want to take the next step or what. You know, at least talk to me and be, you know, somewhat decent to me. Don't be, you know, blocking my energy in regards to staying quiet. It drives me nuts. Ghosting drives me nuts, okay? But for him, this being the outcome, you know, he was learning the lessons. You know, it was I know it sucks. Oh, believe me, I know it sucks. But he had to figure things out. He had to, while you waited over here and tried to work on you, you know, because there was a cutoff of this communication. It says that too, with the Ten of Swords here. You know, swords just isn't that mental anguish, but it's also known for cutoff of communication, okay? So, but then, you know, here comes, he made this choice. It took a sweet old time here with this Knight of Wands here to be patient over the situation, kind of kind of almost feeling with that Tangy Taffy reference in regards to, oops, what did I do? Now it turned into, a relationship that I kind of got quiet to now I have to come back and I have to take action here, but how do I go about it? Now I'm in a sticky situation. How do I go about doing it? Well, he grew some, and he made that choice, that decision. A lot of wands, a lot of action this dude had to take here of offering that cup of love to take this next step here, okay? But always in the back of his head that he was happy with you. He still is happy with you. He still wants to be happy with you, okay? He just had to go through the cycle. I know it doesn't make any sense. Okay, let me sum this up, okay? In a meaningful relationship, one that is supposed to be divinely guided here, and the Temperance is a very spiritual card, okay? So Spirit is definitely stepping in. There are things that have to be learned, okay? This guy went through a downfall in regards to hitting that cycle, in regards to learning that lesson. But the thing is that there's movement now. There's a new start. There's the wand again in regards to the Ace of Wands, the new start of action. He had to come out of that. He had to figure things out. There's regret here. He always wanted you. He always wanted this happiness. There was always this happiness he had for you. He just went down, what do you call it? What did we go? Oh, lockdown. He just went lockdown in regards to his brain puffed out, okay? Basically, all right? But there's a lot of wands here in regards to taking that action. Does he love you? Yeah. Does he want to take that next step? Yeah, okay? But you had to learn the lessons as well of, I hate to say it, this lessons suck. I mean, not only in school, but as well as in regards to in love, and life and relationship. There's, let me tell you something. Okay. Here we go. Deb story time. Hope you appreciate. I've had this guy. Groove him. Big time groove him. His name is Mike. Pain in my ass. Hope it made you laugh. Didn't know that this guy was going to give me the heck of a treatment of the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Thought he was cute. He was tall. He was an Aries. Decent guy, wholesome, loving, can see all the characteristics, had a connection with him immediately the minute I saw him, put me through bloody hell, okay? Fighting and putting words in my mouth and gossiping about me in the neighborhood. He's a neighbor and, once was weird enough as it was, because it literally made me feel like I was the one in the wrong, okay? And like 3 months later, it got out again. And I'm like, dude, I'm not dealing with your BS. They're just not worth it to me. Woman to woman, chicka. Found out that he is, let's just say there's a third party, all right? And poop hit the fan, and now he's out of that. So all this time, all this fighting was just not a lesson for me to learn, to grow strength, to grow patience, because the second time he fought with me, and there's a reason why they're bringing this up, believe me, because I don't go personal. but there's lessons here for both parties to be patient over the situation in regards to a meaningful, meant-to-be relationship here. Do I forgive him? Yeah. Do I hold grudges? No. But I'm not going to be screwed with in regards to, you want to keep picking a fight with me, dude? See ya. and that was my attitude the second round of a fight with each other. Because I'm not going to put up with that. Because I'm a triple Libra and he can go take his little Aries little ass and go... swing batter. But you know what I mean? So the point to this is this, okay? There are lessons to be learned, okay? No matter how much of a pain in the butt it is to learn. You had to learn lessons of trying to release mental anguish while you wait for this return. To understand that there's burdens that are going to come about, that are going to come to a close, that this meaningful relationship here between you and him, it couldn't be sticky, okay, for him to get out of this, all right, man up and step up to the plate and offer that cup of love. But what's funny is with Bruce here, Mr. Taurus, is that he always did have the happiness, okay? He just got, bammed in regards to lockdown, that it's undescribable why we have to go through this crap, excuse me, little Deb personal there, but that's the thing, now what's the situation between Mike and I, you know what he does? He calls me out of the blue, and well, we've been friends, we made nice and everything, and then I found out about this third party that he was dealing, the chick, and anyway, so then he calls me out of the blue, and we're friends again, oh, I made that man grovel. Oh, you know it. And we talked for 2 hours, and he cried his heart out over this chick. And I gave him Deb advice, I gave him spiritual advice, and I gave him Deb knowledge, and if he wants to take it, if he doesn't, that's fine with me, whatever, but I can be his friend if he wants, but now we're close, we text each other, not super close, but it's a process, I don't know if I'm ever going to be in a relationship, I don't know if I can trust him, after finding that out, but the point is that there's a reason why people do what they do. There's a reason why they ghost. There's a reason why we have to go through the lessons. It's because it's part of that. The lessons being learned is for a reason, for us to grow, for us to be strong, for us to learn patience. You know what I mean? There's always a reason. And it's not just for them, but it's also for us who are dealing with them. Okay? So it wasn't just a lesson for him, but you as well. And I feel that with 2 10s here, there's completions. But the lesson had to be learned for both in order to exactly value this relationship. It grew stronger, okay? You may still have a little bit more bumps in the road, but if you communicate, but I do feel that the cycle is ending, especially with 2 10s here, and then the Wheel of Fortune. This lesson is ending, and the Ace is a new start. That new start of the Wand, which is action, determination, passion, okay? Action. Really, seriously, is what it is. It's over, it's the lessons are learned. It's time to move forward in this. Do you kind of distrust him a little? Sure, but that's part of the lesson too. Communicate, absolutely, and show the love here. And people aren't perfect. My daughter, I was just telling her, and she would probably shoot me for telling you this. But I gave her this lesson in regards to, we were driving. She loves to drive. Father's genes, obviously. I'm a hermit. I don't like to drive. But we go out. She comes home from work. Story time. I hope you don't mind. But there's a point to it, as always. But we go out after she's done with her job at 8. She's a waitress. And she doesn't work a lot. But when she goes out, she likes to unwind. And we spend the mother-daughter time. And we talk. We go to Starbucks. And we get my little green tea cup. $5 here. Yeah, give me some green tea. I don't care. I don't believe in the la-di-da drinks, but anyway. But it's good stuff. But anyway. And it's really about spending time and talking as mother and daughter, So we enjoy that. So one of my speeches, it was actually last night when we went out, was, it is so hard for them, they're bringing this up, it is so hard. She has a really, really tough time in order to forgive. She holds a lot of grudges, and she doesn't understand why Mike, my friend Mike and I, why we, if we're fighting with each other, then why don't you just, done and never talk to him again? Well, that's because I forgive. I'm 51 years old. I don't have much time. I don't have the patience, and I don't have the energy really to understand or grasp that I can hold a grudge. She's 19. Do you know what I mean? So in my eyes, life is just way too short. Who knows how much time we all have on this earth, especially with everything going on with the virus. And, we have the FBI here. We had a threat at the guard shack, at the clubhouse where my daughter works, So for a riot, they were going to riot. There was a threat of blowing up the place too. It's scary in this world, and that was brought up too. That's how we got started talking about it. But the point is this: there's lessons to be learned here. There's no reason to hold a grudge when you can easily make nice and learn from that lesson being learned. She has issues in regards to holding on to things that have happened that pisses her off, that upsets her, and she holds on to that. And I said, people are human, Allison. You know, they're going to make a mistake. Nobody's perfect in this world. You know, you have to live life and learn from it and move forward in life, whatever that forward movement is. And that's exactly what I see here. You know, people are not perfect. They're going to make mistakes. They're going to need the time to work on them. Sorry, I thought I heard something walking on my roof. But they're going to take the time to learn from that lesson. You know what I mean? Nobody's perfect. So it's better to release, you know, and forgive than hold on to that, you know. And the point here is, Sherry, that I don't want you to hold on to anything. You know, he was busy learning the lessons. You know, some people are big dummies in regards to how they handle it by staying quiet. But I do see that there is remorse here in regards to the Page of Wands here. So to have 2 pages here, to have 2 tens, to have the Wheel of Fortune, and then clarified by the Ace of Wands, he learned his lesson, okay? There's going to be some serious action, remorse, and love here. In regards to communication, take it, all right? Work with it, okay? Nobody's perfect. And, but I think I kind of got into her a little bit. She's very stubborn, German gene, father's genes. You know, I'm a little German, but her father was totally 100% German here. But yeah, definitely father's genes. But yeah, totally stubborn chicka of my daughter, but God love her, you know. But it's tough. It's very, very tough to let her see that people are not perfect and to forgive and to move forward, because there's lessons that always need to be learned in life, okay? And that's what I have. I hope that this helps. I feel like I need to say more so we can recap. I don't know why I'm recapping here, but you waited for this. You know, there was cutoff of communication, but you're going to take that. There's going to be that acceptance. There's going to be that success, really, back into it again. Why did he do it? He's learning the lessons, but it's done. Okay, with 2 tens, the Wheel of Fortune, he's done. Okay, and there's new action. There's a new start of action being taken place. But try to forgive. I'm trying to. Am I supposed to? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Hang on, let me pull some cards. You want me to pull cards? Show me what I need to know in regards to Sherry here. There he is, Mr. Taurus himself. Yeah. Take the action in regards to that, okay? You're coming up, I know you're Libra, but you're coming up as fire, and I feel that this is what you have to work on it, you know, together, 2 people looking at each other. So you have to work on it. You're going to get that completion, okay, of total balance of this relationship here. It's definitely going to take action. It's definitely going to need work as well. And I feel that I need to say that with 2 pages here, that's communication. So keep communicating, okay? He could be a little stubborn. Taurus is the sign of the bull, too, so about it. But, you know, there is remorse here of what he did. And try to come out of that and try to work on this new beginning, because it is going to happen, I feel. And that there is going to be this happiness, because there always was. And there always will be. Because in the back of his head, he knew he needed to make a choice, a decision, because he always did love you. He always had feelings. He always wanted to take that next step with you, but you had to wait for it. He had to learn his lesson, and now there's a new start of action being taken place, so go for it. So that's what I have. I hope that helps. Sorry for the long-winded story time, but there's always a reason why. It is tough to, I mean, she's 19, and you know, there are people out there that are 51, my age, and they don't get it, you know, and I don't know, maybe it's because I have 3 scales going whoop, 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 constantly, but I'd rather be solid and, you know, and balanced than having people hate me and having people just, you know, I like calmness, you know, and work on it. Life is always a challenge, you know, and you just have to show that effort, which is what that new start of work being put in. is saying, being the clarifier of this Wheel of Fortune. So keep working at it. You know, things are going to improve, absolutely. I really hope that this helps. I'm sorry about it. I should have done the reading. I was kicking myself. I saw the email and I'm like, I know, I saw it in the cards, but I couldn't get it. I couldn't get it out fast enough because I messed up on that one reading. Oh, I was so mad at myself. I was so mad. First off, never trust a 19-year-old daughter. I said, Allison, chica, does so-and-so have any questions? Nope, no questions. Okay. All right, did her spread. It's a 45-minute reading I did. It was it was extended. It was really in depth and everything. Oh, if I didn't do that, I would have had your reading out before I got your second email. Would have had it done. Oh well. But I felt like I needed to explain what was going on, okay, as well. And maybe that lesson needs to be said too. You know, I mean, a lot of remorse, a lot of guilt that he's feeling. So go easy on the poor dude, you know what I mean? I mean, people have their time, you know. If I can forgive an Aries that's extremely stubborn and fought with me twice, anything is possible. But yeah, that's what I have. I hope that this helps seriously. Be safe out there. It is, there's signs of it coming back, obviously. I don't know where you are, but as soon as New York gets hit with it, we're screwed here. So I made myself a nice workout room behind me. I cleaned it all up, organized it all. I'm ready for when Planet Fitness shuts down. So I love Planet Fitness. I love taking care of myself. It's great. It's great to do. But thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.